This is Stacia 2 Expert. Let's get started. Don't know much about what this pack looks like. I gather it's somewhat more expert than the original Stacia Expert, which I played some of. We're starting with some minor inconveniences, so we get fewer planks. We can still get a crafting table at least. So we should read through some of these quests. Got vein mining. Get one of those. Might make a crafting table on a stick as we're running around. Spawnix sounds useful. Got an Akashic Tome. And we'll be able to get time in a bottle. That all sounds good. And we've already done those, so we're on to Tinkers. This is a 119 pack, so we've got relatively recent things happening. Spawned in front of one of these environmental crafting, I think that is. And that's an Apotheosis Tower. Iron will definitely help. I don't know what this is. Yeah, it links in inventory, so I think it's just design. It doesn't actually come with the resources. Still would be nice as a starting point. I'll take the bones. Everything else I think I will leave. We can come back if we really want it later. I think we'll do similarly with the Apotheosis Tower. I'll leave anything not immediately useful. Say, the gems. We'll just see what's in the chest, which is somewhere up here. The chest is there. So I need to break this as well. More gold, more iron, that's useful. Skip those for now. I will take these more immediately useful resources. Now, while I think of it, we don't need to keep any of these lesser books. Our Akashic Tome already contains all of them. Do that. But I will also make the crafting table on a stick. Do we have a curio slot for that? We do. I want to keep the iron for now, so we might start out with some vanilla tools. Scuzzy. I said scuzzy. Might actually borrow that a little more permanently. We have some furnaces. That's a fun bonus. Skips a bit of progression for now. Try not to die first mob that we encounter. Let's do a bit more Tinker's progression. Yeah, there's a part builder, and then if we get a real crafting table, so make a Tinker station. With those, do enough to make progression happy, as I do already have a regular pickaxe. I might just go straight to stone. One pickaxe head, and with that we can click on the right thing and make a stone pickaxe. Throw away, I wouldn't. That gets us through there. We can indeed make some repair kits. Probably a good idea. Then we do have the furnaces. We should work on this stone mechanism, I guess. A bit of axe making. And we'll pack those up. We might just move on. Oh, exciting, a chest. Let's open it. Okay. Put those on. Yeah, I'll take a shield for now. I don't think an unrepairable stone axe is super interesting. What we're actually looking for is andesite. Stone and granite. Any andesite here. Do. the middle of the blob and hope that that gives us a good amount. Did. Yeah, we needed stone pebbles plus andesite equals stone mechanism. And because we've already got the furnace, we're now done with that and we're on to andesite alloy. It's a slightly more complicated recipe than normal, but that is achievable. Just starting to think that it might be time to set up a home base rather than trying to do this on the run. Take kitty slippers for now. Congratulations, you win. New job. Dead. Win. New job. Thank you. Pretty much done here. Not exactly grabbing me, but we are quite well stocked. So maybe it is time to just find somewhere to call home for now. That's an option. Let's see if I can remember how to do this. I don't actually have a way of lighting a portal there, do I? There is this option. Apparently, that's all we need today. So that works. is one way that can go. Alright. Yeah, not quite what I was expecting. Might chicken out on this. Also, was not expecting with skeletons with bows. We might just exit here. Okay, well, if nothing else, that's a pretty good reason to call this home, really. It's not the most attractive backyard, but still easy access to another fortress. Does have some appeal. Now let's just call this home. Now the next question is, does this capsule thing actually make a house? It does kind of seem like it wants to actually put stuff down. Obviously need a bit of terrain blending, but make this work. You have sophisticated storage. I think that's nice, but I imagine it's going to be expensive. Yeah. Okay, so we can bulk craft single or double compressed sand into glass. That does sound like a lot of sand though. I don't really want to destroy the coastline now that we've just chosen our home. We have a shovel. We have /set home, where we could now just sort of run somewhere, see if we find anything interesting. And failing that, just come home with a bunch of sand so we can make a bunch of glass and complete that quest. Which way do we want to go? I guess this is really the unexplored direction. Honestly, probably didn't need to use the shovel. Dump these resources. Now we specifically wanted yes, actually that much sand. Do we have? We do. And we just need some compressed cobblestone and compressed logs. Cobblestone, that is 8. 8 is not 9, but 9 is 9. Okay, that's all of those done. We got a market for free. That's nice. You might put it there. Now, are all the saplings 1 emerald? Looks like the answer is yes. It looks like the answer is not quite yes, but maybe almost yes. Yeah, there's actually substantially fewer seeds than I was expecting. And apparently these spawn eggs are a little more expensive. Okay, so let's do this. Okay. I guess we're looking for more iron ore. Okay. Now we can make some more andesite alloy. Get us those 2 things. And crank is easy enough, as is cogwheel. One hand crank. One cogwheel. So our next step is source gem. Requires millstone. Okay, so now we're in here. Okay. Now, millstone, we have our cogwheel, we have a casing, and we need any stone. Casing, stone, millstone. We actually go straight to getting water bills. So back here, what a source gem we can get from raw arcane, which is the arcane ore. All saying the same thing. And the other one is the imbuement chamber. So that requires raw arcane. Okay, so we definitely need to find arcane ore to start with. Okay, so it's apparently pretty much everywhere. We just need to go dig out. Okay, so let's call this the place of our hole. And we'll just make a little mining tunnel, like so. You may regret this. Okay, that went less badly than it might have. Yeah, we can do some resource dumping. Keep that. I'd like to get some water up here. Yeah, seems pretty good. Now, the reason I actually wanted water was to get some farmland going. So I'll leave that to do its thing for a bit. And firstly, we should just claim all this. But then we should also do that. Alright, so we did that. Which means that we can now get a source gem by cooking it. We mill it. We have a 20% chance for 2. Or raw arcane. He only uses the imbuement chamber, but then I can definitely see a world where I would want more than one imbuement chamber. I guess let's put 4 in there. I got 1 bonus. That sounds like a good idea. I can do that. gold here. And some hay bale, which contain wheat. To go with that, we're going to need a sauce jar, which is just archwood and glass. And I think we have an archwood tree just across there. Get some more of these growing. Okay, so that's that. Then we were looking for the imbuement chamber. So we have the archwood planks, we just need gold rods, which yeah, that actually sounds like might be possible. Yeah, probably get a smeltery going. But still, we're definitely going to need an engineer's hammer soon enough, so we might as well get on with that. With that, we can turn 4 gold to 2 gold plate into 4 gold rods. And with 2 more gold, should then be made an imbuement chamber. The other thing that I saw we actually could make was volcanic exhaust. Gold. We've done that, it gives us those, and that's not a particularly useful reward. Now we want source stone. 8 source stone, in fact. 16 stone bricks, which is easy. Source gems, we've got that. And 16 stone mechanisms, which is 32 stone nuggets and 32 andesite. Okay, that's going to be a lot of our andesite. Oh, actually, we already have some stone mechanisms there. Actually, all we need right now. 16 of those, 4 of those, And we just need some stone. Not enough stone. But is a reminder that we can do this. That actually is enough stone. Is that what we're going for? Yes. Boom. Okay. Okay. Where are we going now? I need all this stuff. Chanting apparatus. Okay. Okay, better solve. We need a lot more than what we've got. I have 64 stone mechanisms. And we have 64 stone. And so now we just need source gems. Basically, we need some lapis. Okay, so we're back, and well, we did find a bunch of lapis, which is good. And we can start to imbue that. I thought we could. Maybe we cannot. Yeah, yep. Apparently, you just cannot use the imbuement chamber to make source gems. Okay. Well, then it's a good thing that we also came back with a bunch of raw arcane. Okay, now we have 40 source stone, which is enough to make all of the enchanting apparatus-y stuff. Really? That's cool. Okay, so we need one of those, and some of... Am I just being blind? So we need more gold ingots, more gold nuggets, and a diamond. So I can make one of those. I can make those. We just need 8 of these, which means we need 8 source gems. And then I just need a bit more gold to make the rest. Yay. And that gives us access to storage lectern. That's useful. And also this. Then we need some quartz, redstone, slime, bunch of copper. Got a little bit of aluminum. I don't think we've picked up any redstone. We have not. That's pretty nice. It'd be nicer if we had a backpack, put it in, but still. I'd rather forgotten that I brought these specifically to solve the inventory problem. This was 14 when we left it, so I think that has all come from the volcanic source link. And industrial hemp seeds might not be feeding the hygronomic source link. I will gladly take a quest reward of a full source jar. Just add it to our collection here. Do want to put in some crops, start actually doing work on the agronomic thingy. Okay, I think that's about all we have time for today. I'm going to wrap it up there.